So, fellas, to start, 67.1% for a game is a record in the playoffs, so you guys shot better than anybody ever has in playoff basketball. How did that all come together like that, and just what's it mean to set that kind of record here in a Game 7?
I think it's a testament, just to our coaching staff, just our offense, man. I think we have an historic offense, obviously, but this guy got things rolling, and everybody kind of just followed suit. And to do that on the road here in the Garden in the Game 7, obviously, it's phenomenal. But I think this is what we've been doing all season long, and we were able to show it on the big stage.
Ty, what was that fan saying to you throughout the first quarter, and how much did that help get you going to start this game?
This
Yeah,
one?
one mark. Yep.
He was just talking before the game. He was talking before the game. I mean, it seemed like whoever was sitting in that seat all series had something to say to me. So once I got going, I knew I was gonna have to pick somebody today to get me going, and it just happened to be him, and just got me going in the first quarter, and we just continued on. But I think that's the game within the game. That's the fun that is this environment.
You seem to pick some Knicks too. You seem to pick some Knicks too to talk.
They picked him.
Yeah.
What you talking about? He was talking crazy.
All series.
Myles, similar question after round one, but this whole playoff run for you, being with this franchise for so long, how sweet does it feel for you personally?
For me personally, I can sit here and say a lot of things. Obviously, it's been a long time coming. I'm just proud of this group, man, for real. This is one of the most special groups I've been around. It is the most special group I've been around just since I've been here. We all play for each other. There's no ego. And when you got guys that can score 15-plus points, 20-plus points every single night, 7, 8 guys, there's going to be a lot of ego involved with that. And we were able to nip that in the bud a lot earlier this season, And obviously having Pascal come here, midway through the season and adding his leadership and just, everything he's able to provide for our team, offensive and defensively, has been huge. So I'm proud. I'm glad I was able to share with my family. My dad's from New York. He grew up on this series and this rivalry. So to have that embrace him after the game was everything. And we're not done yet.
Pascal, did you?
No better coach in this league than Tibbs, and what he got out of that team was amazing. And so the competitive level in this series was through the roof. We played a great game tonight, but whatever we threw at them, they kept coming. They kept coming. The crowd was unbelievable, and I just told our team, when you win a Game 7 in Madison Square Garden, you've made history. It's very, very difficult to do. This is the most raucous crowd in the NBA that I've seen. And we're going to Boston, and Boston's up there too. But today, this was really, really, really loud. So, congrats to our guys. They won this game. They really won the series with just a lot of competitive class. They really supported one another. Things get very difficult. Our guys stuck together. We're not all perfect players or perfect coaches, but this group really, when things get tough, got tough today, they just problem solved their way through it and really kept the energy from within. So I'm really happy for them.
Historic offensive night for you guys in terms of big shots, all that kind of stuff. What did you see offensively you guys were doing so well to allow for that to happen?
Well, we got a good number of stops. I don't think they had a 30-point quarter in the whole game. When we get stops and rebounds, we can score. We know we can score. And so our emphasis really was on the defensive end and trying to solve the loose balls and the rebounds. And so, we won the rebounds tonight, and that's been the key to the series the entire way.
Did you feel you had to test?
Hey everybody, Pacers beat writer Dustin Dopirak here, coming from Madison Square Garden, where the Pacers just put on an incredible offensive clinic to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, 130-109 over the Knicks. Set a bunch of records in this one, basically 67.1% from the floor. That's an all-time NBA playoffs record. Obviously incredible to do that in the Garden, in this building, which was every bit as electric as you would expect it to be, basically. You certainly saw those Knicks fans try to will those guys back into it, even when the Pacers had, got up to a 22-point lead. They were able to get it back a couple times within even 6, 5. It got to be a game a couple times, largely because the Knicks fans just sort of willed them back in it. Eventually, injuries were a little bit too much. Obviously, Jalen Brunson goes down in the fourth quarter with a fractured hand. OG Anunoby played for about 4 or 5 minutes, hit a couple incredible shots, but it became clear really quick that he wasn't able to defend anybody. He certainly wasn't going to be able to defend Pascal Siakam, who just took it right at him and got 4 shots on him right in a row, basically to get it started. And basically, once they pulled him out after with about 4:40 in, that was the end of it. But the Pacers just really attacked from beginning to end. First quarter, right out of the gate, 16 of 21. They made 10 of their first 11 shots. It was just incredible from that point forward. 7 of 9 from 3 at that point. First half, they shot 76.3% from the floor. That's also basically insane. That's the best first half performance, I think it's maybe in any half, since it actually surpassed like the Spurs in 2014 when they really went off on the Miami Heat that year, basically when they had Duncan and Parker and Kawhi Leonard and all those guys. The Pacers shot better than that in the first half. Just really from start to finish, everybody really got going. Tyrese Haliburton certainly had just a really magic first quarter. Rick Carlisle compared his performance to Reggie Miller, said he saw shades of him, and that seemed pretty much to be the case. 26 points. 10 of 17 from the floor, 6 of 12 from 3, was 4 of 5 in the first quarter as well. Siakam ends up with 20 points, a lot of those early, but still, kind of kept going. Aaron Nesmith and Andrew Nembhard were incredible in this game. They were combined 16 of 18, which is just, again, remarkable shooting for 39 points. Myles Turner was pretty good, 17. TJ McConnell obviously played a really just phenomenal game on both ends. 12.7 assists, but really brought it defensively, causing Jalen Brunson some problems. Obviously, Aaron Nesmith did too. So just remarkable stuff really across the board for these guys to put together that kind of an offensive performance in this environment, in this situation, against really a gritty Knicks team that was, very clearly out of gas, but still was just pretty remarkable stuff. So the Pacers are back in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since, I believe, 2013. And they're going to face the Boston Celtics, obviously going against a really tough Boston team that's clearly been the class of the East and really the NBA all year. Had the league's best record by a wide margin. And cruised through a couple 5-game series to get this thing started. But all the same, the Pacers have earned the right to be here, and they've earned the right to get some respect in this series. We basically, certainly as they noted, not a lot of people had them going. I certainly had them losing Game 7. Basically, I think everybody that was picking for ESPN had Knicks in some regard. So. Obviously just a historic season for these guys. Certainly not what a lot of people expected 2 years ago. So obviously this was very much a lottery team, and even last year it was a lottery team. And they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. So we'll obviously have more of that. We'll be in Boston shortly. Thanks so much.